Hello, I'm Cliff Smith and welcome to lesson 10 in my series on essential guitar techniques. So today we're going to look at palm muting. Now palm muting is a little bit of a misleading title for the technique because that's your palm of your hand. We don't actually mute the strings with the palm of your hand, we use the side of the hand. So it should be called side muting, I suppose. But it's called palm muting, so we just have to live with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this part of my hand, so it's the outside of my hand, not the inside with the thumb on it, not that bit. If you try and use this bit for palm muting, you'll never get it. It's got to be the outside. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to rest on the string. So this is the bridge, a little bit where the strings rest, it's called the saddle. I'm going to rest the string side of the saddle, not the bridge side of the saddle, but literally just over the saddle. I'm going to play an E major chord, second finger, second fret of the A string, third finger, second fret of the D string, first finger, first fret of the G string. Sounds like this. Now if I mute that with the right hand, this is the sound I'm after. I'm only playing 3 strings. Normally when you palm mute you don't try and strum all the strings like this. Sounds rubbish. So right hand is resting on the strings, just on the string side of the saddle. With a pick I'm doing all down strums and I'm hitting 3 strings, the E string, A string and the D string as a strum, controlled strum. I'm picking from the wrist. You see the way my wrist is moving there? I'm not moving from the elbow because my right hand is fixed. It's attached to the guitar there. So if I try and move my elbow, my hand's going to come off, I won't be muting anymore. Now what you'll discover is it doesn't take much movement with the right hand to get a very different sound of muting. So for example, if I move a bit further along the string towards the neck, it's changed now, keep going. Now I can't hear the notes, all I can hear is this clicking noise. If I carry on, get some harmonic sounds, but you can't hear the chord. So that's a different sound there, it's not the sound we're after for palm muting. If I move back towards the bridge, there you go. If I keep going now until I end up going onto the bridge and off of the strings, so now I've got no muting at all because I'm not touching the strings, I'm touching the bridge, I'm resting on the wood there. Okay, so a good exercise for you would be to find a spot just on the string side of the saddle, try that on the E chord, down strums. What we're aiming for is to actually hear the notes of the chord. You have some bass in your sound, but not to have the notes ringing out. So a good exercise for you would be to just recreate that little movement I made. So you're going to rest your right hand on the strings, just on the string side of the saddle, play those down strums and then move your hand along the string, keep playing, listen to the difference. You're aiming to hear that sweet spot where it sounds good. So I'm going to do that slowly. I'm resting just about a centimetre past the saddle on the string side. Resting on the strings. I'm only playing 3 strings on the way down. Repeating that. Now I'm going to move towards the neck with my right hand. Keep playing, keep touching the strings. So you hear the difference there. That's no good, you can't hear the chord anymore. So now I'm going to move back. The sound I want. There's some bass in there, I can hear the chord but it's not ringing. If I go too far now, that's very slight muting, not really enough. Keep going a bit further, that's now no muting at all. Okay, so try that exercise on the E chord, it's a great technique. Okay, so a good exercise for you would be to do 4 strums muted, 4 strums without muting, like this. Touching, lift your hand off. I'm still picking from the wrist, even when I take my hand off and stop muting, because I'm only playing 3 strings every time. It's a small movement like this from the wrist. I'm not playing a big movement, that's going to start to sound a bit messy. So right hand, pick from the wrist. So start off doing 4 and 4. Once you can do that repeatedly, do 2 and 2. once you can do that, 1 and 1. Okay, and then once you can do all that, you can start mixing it up and doing your own rhythms. Yeah, it's used a lot in rock music, this kind of stuff. It's a combination of muting and not muting. The non-muted notes are known as accents or accented notes. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this free video. There is some tab for this lesson on my website. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. And you'll find links to all of those things in the description to this video.